Hello everyone, this is Pawfect and welcome to my new Stardew Valley series. So I've been wanting to do this for a while now. It's just unfortunate I've been a bit sick the last couple of weeks and my voice and stuff sounded very nasally. So it might sound a little bit nasally today, but I didn't want to wait any longer. I wanted to get this series started. So for further ado, let's just get right into it. So I'm still going to be Pawfect. We're going to call this farm Pawfectington Farm, I think. And our favourite thing is just going to be paws, because that's just the theme. Now I think I'm going to go for a cat this time. Oh, I do like dogs though. Dogs on a farm. A cat isn't really a farm thing, surely. And we're just going to do a quick person now. I don't want to spend too much time in character creation. I just want to get straight into the game. I really just like this. Now, we normally have purple boots, so I'm thinking maybe we'll go a purple themed pants, so that when we eventually get those purple boots, although that now makes our shirt not work. So let's just get a shirt that works with those pants. I actually just don't mind the simple red. Well, let's just have a look. Maybe the blue. Let's just go with the blue, and we are going to skip the intro this time. And the farm that I'm going to be playing on, we played on the Wilderness Farm last time. I've tried out all of these farms, the Riverland Farm, the Forest Farm, and the Hilltop Farm. I'm not really interested in all those. I just feel like the little bit of a gimmick that each farm has, the trade-off for losing all the space just isn't worth it. So we're just going to go the standard farm this time and see how we go. So very good, day one, and very exciting. So this series is going to be very similar to the last series. I'm going to try my best to get as much gold as possible. Obviously last series we did very, very well. And we're going to start very similar as well. So we're going to just chop some trees, get some wood, put our items away, and then do some foraging. So the first episode will probably be very similar to the first episode in our last series. Now, if you haven't seen my last series, I do recommend to check it out, and I'll put a link to that in the description below. I really exceeded my expectations in the last series. I was really pleased. Did a really good first year, and then I suppose after that, I just sort of lost motivation to continue into year two, because I felt like we did most of the things we needed to in year one. But we're going to be doing a very similar thing. The main difference in this series is I'm going to try going with Jojo Mart. Now, I've never done this before, and it's probably not going to be as exciting, I suppose, from the perspective of, you know, we won't be able to close out community centers, and we won't need to worry about specific items. I'm just going to put everything away and then grab what I think we'll need. So we're going to need the scythe, might need the pickaxe, might need the axe, and I might as well grab these two because we're going to be collecting more of those anyway. Yeah, so we're going to go with Jojo Mart. I've never done Jojo Mart before. I think it's probably not as exciting as the community center because, well, really you just pay gold and you get stuff. Yay. Congrats. You don't need to worry about, you know, in the first year, do I need to plant trees so that I can use that particular fruit in the community center, because you need to worry about the specific bundles. Here you don't need to worry about what items, you just straight up use your gold, bang, there you go, bundle complete. So I think it'll add some flexibility to the way we play, because we won't need to worry about getting particular animals as soon as possible. We won't need to worry about getting fruit trees as soon as possible. I feel like I'm getting some FPS lag there, but hopefully that doesn't come through. So there is some flexibility, but I'm hoping that it doesn't change the game too much. So in this first day today, what we are going to do, considering we don't have a whole lot on us, and we can't go fishing or mining, we're just going to go straight for all our forage items, of which we've got a dandelion so far, and start collecting those so that when we eventually get to the grocery shop, we've got some stuff to sell and purchase as much seeds as we can. Now, I did do a bit of a test first 3 days just before I recorded this episode. And I have to say, I should have gone with that because that was absolutely amazing. In my first day, I got 4 dandelions, 6 of the other flower, which the name is eluding me at the moment. We got 3 wild horseradish and 2 leeks. So I kept one of each because then I could use it in making wild seeds. And we sold everything else, but it was just so much stuff. Now my inventory is clogged with an acorn. I'm probably going to have to throw some of these things away. I might go down to this sea later because we can't sell that to the grocery store today, so we might get that after 4, I think. Just save us some time. Now, in the first 3 days of my little test series, I didn't actually get any rubbish. Now, that one I'm going to throw away because that's just clogging up inventory space, and you don't really get a whole lot of good things from that. Should I try to get that one? Oh, come on. How do I even get that? We're wasting time. I'm not going to bother trying. I'm sure that there must be a way. There must be a way. Daffodil, that's what they are. Yeah, we got 6 of the daffodil in my little test series on the first day, which was just crazy. So we're just going to do a little bit of a loop. If we have to throw out some items, I'll throw out this stone in the wood because I just really want to make sure that we get to the grocery store by 4 o'clock so we can buy some of our seeds. We are starting to get some more things, but this area had about 4 or 5 forage items. It was just amazing. Really good. Really good. So I think while we're walking past here, I'm just going to dump off this stuff. We don't need the acorn either, and we might as well dump. Actually, we need these to sell to Pierre at the grocery store. We're getting a decent amount of mixed seeds as we've been going through. That was probably something I didn't get a whole lot of in my test series. We're already up to 4, which is quite good. Now, one of the things I did in my last series is I went for potatoes early because I thought they were the best, but I actually think I'm probably going to go for kale this time. I've done some maths and done some checks, and I think overall kale does give you more money. So I did say in my last series that potatoes are the best. I've now since changed my mind, and I do recommend going for the kale. So we are going to be doing that. Now I think we're starting to wrap up our little wander around, and we've got plenty of time. So this is good. So we're not going to have to worry about being too late to Pierre's stop. We don't have actually too much to sell because I think I might keep one of each of these to make wild seeds, and this is why we keep the pickaxe on us. Now, are we going to get any mixed seeds? We got 4 from everywhere else and none in the main patch, which is quite disappointing, but that's okay. So this is definitely not as good a start as the test little series that I did, but I'm not too upset with this. I think that's okay. It's all manageable. But I think before we go to Pierre's, let's just check a couple more of these bins, hopefully while no one's near us, just to see if we get a cookie or something like that that we might be able to sell. Soggy newspaper, well, that's not going to help us either. And just do a last little check around the place. Cookie! Perfect! So that's pretty good. So now that gives us a lot of food, but I am just going to sell it on day 1. So we're going to sell all of those, and we're going to sell the cookie, and that's going to be it. And we're going to buy kale seeds, which we got 10. I think I got enough money for 11 in my little test series. So that's not too bad. We probably missed out on maybe 50 gold. So overall, pretty good. And 7 spring onions on day 1. Very pleased with. Excuse me. Still got a bit of a cough. Alright, so now we're back on our property, and it is only 3 o'clock. So I think we're going to use this as our main planting area, and I'm going to use as little energy as possible because I still have to hoe the ground and plant and all this sort of stuff. So we'll only clear out these items if we have to. Let's put these away. We're going to need that, And you know what, let's just move things in our inventory around, and we're going to need that as well. So 15, actually no, I might have got 14 kale seeds, so it is actually quite a lot less, but that's okay. So I think we'll just go 5 by 3 here for the parsnips. Excuse me, I'm sorry about all the coughs that I've got. And I'm a little bit disappointed because this is episode 1, and you do want to get your episode 1 done really well, as best as you can. But I just didn't want to wait any longer. I wanted to get this this episode out and start playing Stardew Valley again, because it's been quite a while. It has been too long. Okay, so the other thing with this series, because I've done a lot of showing various things in my last series, I'm going to be skipping through a lot more. So this is being day 1, I wanted to go through the whole of day 1 for episode 1. But I think, you know, things like mining and fishing, as well as just, you know, watering plants and all that sort of stuff, we're going to skip through quite a lot of that. Or at least I'm not going to be showing that on camera, because I think everyone's sort of seen that. They know what it is. From time to time, when I've got things to say, I will be doing some time lapses. So that's something else to look out for, and I'll have a bit of a chat as part of those. Some will have some music, depending where we're up to. But yep, for now we're just going to keep looking for more mixed seeds. We might even have a quick stop down at the beach, because we haven't gone to the beach yet. And let's check some of these worms. We've got a little bit of clay. But for the moment, we are mostly just looking for mixed seeds. We've actually got a fair bit of energy left too. So when we get back, if we've got a decent amount of energy left, I will start clearing up some of the stones and some of the logs that are up near our main little farm area, because we're going to have to be planting lots and lots of things over the next few days. And we want to make sure we've got enough space. So while we've got some spare energy today, we'll use that spare energy for clearing stuff up for the future. It's all about being as productive as possible when we can. There's another mixed seeds. We're up to 6. 6 is not too bad. I would like, there's 7. I'd like to try to get about 8. 8's always a good number. If you get more than that, there's 8 right there. So I'm quite impressed. So even though we didn't get quite as much forage items as day 1 that we did in my test series, we have got 8 mixed seeds, and 8 mixed seeds is actually quite good. And I think that's more than I got, which is really good. I can't remember what I got in my last series. I feel like it wasn't quite as many as 8, but it was different. So last series we played on the wilderness map, and enemies attack us at night time. Another mixed seed. That's not going to happen in this series, so it's going to be a bit more quiet at night time, which is sort of both good and bad. So it's good that we don't need to worry about enemies attacking us all over the place. But the bad thing is from time to time the enemies actually gave us some decent items. So we got, you know, I think we got some mixed seeds in the early game from killing some of those guys, which we wouldn't have got otherwise. We obviously got lots of slime, but I think from time to time we got some other good items as well. So, you know, it's actually not such a bad thing, the wilderness map. If you can kill a few, it is a bit annoying in the first few days because you've only got the scythe to attack with, and the scythe doesn't do a whole lot of damage. But once you get the swords, they're really not that big a deal, because you're not really attacking, staying out between 8 and 12 on your farm. Like normally I'd be off fishing, or I'd be off mining or something, so you don't really notice the mobs that spawn, and when they do, you can run past them pretty easily. So I don't think the wilderness map really made it that much harder. It just gave him the opportunity to, from time to time, kill a few enemies, which is a little bit interesting. It definitely adds something to the game. But yeah, I chose not to on this one because I really want the extra space. Because this normal farm comes with a lot of it. It comes with a lot of space. And I think from maxing out your gold perspective, the more space you've got, the more gold you can get, particularly in years 2 and 3. Because year 1 you may not have enough money to plant all the things to really utilize the space, and you won't have enough sprinklers and all that sort of stuff. So you won't really be able to utilize all the space. But you know, in the later years you certainly can. Alright, well we're already up to 11 mixed seeds, which I don't think I've ever got on any of the versions that I've played this game, and I've played this game on a lot of different versions. I've started again quite a few times, generally just play up to week 1 and just see how I go. I always like to test myself starting again on new games, but this is really good. Alright, well we're starting to run out of time, so I better start planting these mixed seeds. And I think I'm going to do it over here. So we need 10. So let's just go a 3 and there. Hopefully we do have enough energy to water all this. Where did I miss one? Oh no, I had 11, sorry. And let's water it all up now. It's coming to 11 o'clock. And there we go. Whoops. And we've got 16 energy left. So that's enough to break a few stones. So let's just get rid of these ones here. We definitely don't want to use up all our energy, but I think it's about 3 energy a swing. So let's maybe get rid of this. And I'm definitely not going to risk it anymore, so that'll probably do. And let's just put all these away. We're going to sell this mussel, and I think that'll do for our day 1. So I'm actually quite pleased with that. So we've got 11 of these. We've got 10 kale. And what have we got? Tomorrow, weather report. Tomorrow is going to be a beautiful sunny day, which is all good. That's not too bad. And we got level 1 foraging, so now we can craft the wild seeds. We'll have to plant those tomorrow. And we can also get the field snacks. And the little thing that we got sold for 30 gold. Which, compared to how we're going the last season, I wouldn't have even bothered. But in the early days, 30 gold is definitely something worth having a look at. Okay guys, thanks for watching this episode. I do hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like and a comment if you're looking forward to me back in Stardew Valley. Mention what your thoughts are on going the JojaMart route. It may not be everyone's preference, but I want to certainly give it a go. Besides that guys, I will see you all in the next episode. Thanks guys, see you later, bye.